my dad because he is scary. I want more money. If I can see anyone, I want to see Steve Jobs, so I could learn how to make electronics. Wu is my last name.
Yeah.
2 weeks. I had 2 whole weeks to do it. 2 weeks. The deadline is still a long time away. And so I brushed the thought away. Maybe I'll leave it for tomorrow, for a brand new day. I still have a long time anyway. It has been a day, but I still don't plan on doing it today. Tomorrow has come, but the matter is still washed away. A few days hence might suit me better still. Meanwhile, a far less irksome job will occupy my skill, whether it be scrolling through Facebook or looking at pretty girls. But the matter will not slip entirely from me, no, because no doubt I will pick it up again in another week or so. 1 week, I still have 1 week to do it. 1 week for 1 or 2 has flown, but that's still a long time. Plenty, in fact, for a person such as me. Copious even, for a vigor like my own. The job, once embarked on, will soon be rattled through, but yet again, I told myself I would think of it in a day or two. 2 days. I had only 2 days left to do it. 2 days, and I began to feel the weight. Just clear my mind, I convinced myself. Well, all I can do now is to assure oneself. Let's see, 2 days? That's more than enough. I'll make arrangements for a start. And this certainly won't be a bluff. 1 day left. It has came down to this again. 1 day left, and it seems I have overdone my bargain. Once again, I condemn myself for being too weak, but 1 day seems like enough time for the work of 2 weeks. After all, the last minute is the only one I find productive, and the only one I'll make do. So for now, it seems like I have some work to do. Therefore, I'll finish the rest of this poem in, say, just another day or two. Thank you.
Upon the sea, I rest my eyes. Nearly 1 year slowly passes and drags. Since there I was being apprised. Since there I was bidding farewell. The only time I remember with tears. For there she was, for there she lies. For then when we finally met face to face, I left flowers for her, right inside. With one more glance at your beautiful face, that skin as smooth as a baby behind. Those thinly plucked eyebrows following the curve of her eye, that seemed to bend as a natural extension of her rounded nose. But events never did go as we had planned. I remembered things the day we said goodbye. I knew that someone else had taken my place. For life and death, one pen, one cries. I waited for her to come back to me. One tells me that I should move on. However, another tells me to wait. For all I know, my heart's already gone. Can she feel my dear tears? Can she hear my dear cries? Nevertheless, it doesn't matter, for now I see with no one's eyes. But we played piano side by side. Melodies flow through our heart, ears and hearts. She told me what true happiness was, what I cannot describe, merely not hesitating to start. Once I heard a scream from above, to see her stumbling down the stairs, to see her in pain, to see blood flow, I felt the pain too, that I could not bear. Some people believe that there is one, the one who points the way to the sun. A person they believe makes them complete, the one who will support you when facing defeat. I definitely felt her care and support, and she taught me many, many things. Things that one cannot be easily obtained, lessons that one cannot be easily learned. It's my business and only mine to know. It's my life, my mistake, and not yours to judge. For at that time, we all made mistakes, as I had learned mine and have to count who I am. Those are memories, holds daring history. I shall carry this one along with me, in order to remind myself of who I am, of me. Thank you.
Which, like gravity, draws me toward her. Promptly, the air changes from prodigious madness to eventual peace. Soothing music then replaces the silence as the fire in my heart is relit. A simple question turns into an unprecedented union. Mutual glance intertwines with exchanges of smiles. Every part of me feels alive as much as it all seems surreal. Appreciating every moment, afraid to let go. Days pass, taking me farther and farther away from last summer. A summer bound to the passionate nature of adolescence. A summer when my mind fell into civil war. A summer where dreams, like phoenixes, resurrect from despair. All I can remember now, though, is her fading mystique from last summer. Thank you.
Writing on familiarity, that chase unyieldingly evoke me sweet beckoning. Leaving last lamentation at my loving BGS final waiting. There goes it, my first scholarly journey. running up with little chick steps, leaping forward as air swept away the salt's droplets. Swirling summer heat seared my skin tinder dry. Splash is how things progressed. Frosty daggers pierced my layers but gave no threat. Giggly, gassy glass balls and fired instead. That is it, my first swimming pool met. A pearl-white church poised on the mountain. Indoors, having an assembly were stone chairs with mosaic embellishment. Jumping between them was I, confident, on the edge of triumph. Knees bent, an inexplicably wonderful calf muscle contraction. Contracted toes, straight legs, half ballerina, half acrobat imagination. My shoe tip brushed past the rim and was wrong all of a sudden. My chin equaled a blood faucet malfunctioned. Scarlet, viscous, pain-like liquid soaked through the neckline. That sums up my first stitches operation. Rumbling sounds, electro beats, echoic instrumental penetrated the boisterous crowd, enriched by man-made melody created out of jubilance and enthusiasm. 3 floors up high I seated, savoring the fresh anticipation with fixed eyes, on the glimmering red lamp beneath. Soon a woman's fairy-like voice flowed. 3, 2, 1. A black, ponderous creature patched white bursted out of the skyline's silver surface, greeted us with elegant streamlined torso, the symmetrical flukes, and the fist-sized eyeballs. There I was, my first SeaWorld visit. Who am I? Unable to let go of childhood reminiscence, yet ceaselessly welcoming unaccustomed coming-of-age experiences. I am my past, my present, and my unlimited future. I am a tapestry of sentiments and memories. Thank you.
It never used to feel like this before, but now it's like being snared in a war between me and myself. With hours immobilized on the floor, doors locked, torn apart, trying to find an oar to bring me to shore. This is not what sophomore year was supposed to stand for. And all you do is ask me if I'm okay so you can have some kind of reassurance and just go on with living your day. But I have an essay of words and feelings running through my mind, afraid that if I say what I want to say, they'd just be downplayed as simple overreaction. So now I'm stuck under piles and piles of it's okays and don't worry about it. And as cliche as it sounds, I just want to be heard. And you can say it's just a call for attention because it's not convention around here to speak what's on your mind. But through this depression and deception of impure intentions driven by my obsession with perfection, I'm trying to express my confession that I've lost retention of who I even am.
The first thing I learned from 3rd grade biology was how you and I are different. The proof was written in our blood and DNA, within our fingerprints. Didn't they tell us to hold integrity of ourselves, of our identity? Created movies about cloning, losing your memory, identical brainwashed armies. The biggest compliment I used to love hearing was, "You're so different." That happy tingling of not being the same, of not being the one to blend in. It's a good thing. Didn't the ugly duckling finally become the beauty queen? But somewhere along the lines, lost in translation, so emphasized on being different and seeking personal attention, I do quite believe we have forgotten what it means to be equal, to be equally loved and treasured, treated and viewed, to be equally human, to focus on the sheer number of people sharing this planet and to remind ourselves of the fraction of time we take up compared to the rest of history. So where is our humility, humanity? Have we forgotten how we, with different eyes, hair, skin color, with different ideas, religion, ways of expression, are all just several billion wannabes, produced and copied, cell after cell, all descending from a single monkey named Lucy.
Rainbows falling slowly and softly, whispering ambient, fresh and clean. From some faces, up or down, are losing energy. Searching for some clear directions that don't exist to me. Drain Flickering lights, flashlights from the laughters we all need. Stretching dreamy steps, sights on busy bend. To the peers and the cheers are all worn out. Turkey left without hearing a line. Stretching dreamy steps, sights on busy bend. To the peers and the cheers are all worn out. Till he left without hearing a line. Carrying lines, building set, fading at dry lights. Thank you.
Okay, I want to start off by answering the question of what is poetry. In my opinion, poetry is a combination of words meant to express your own values, style in your own style. Therefore, don't do too much research or get someone else to write for you. Otherwise, you might get affected by others. How do you show a characteristic when you're not in character? There goes my poem. Skateboard shoes create friction. Friction is in math. Math is science. Science unfolds the unknown. Humans hate what they don't understand. They seize to understand everything. But once they understand too much, they get confused, misguided, and they break down in addition. Like mushrooms break down organic matters. By now you might be wondering, what's the relation? Seeking for explanation. Is Joseph just messing around again? Or does he have other implications? Here comes my explanation. Humans consume mushrooms, and some die from the poison. Meanwhile, a mushroom decomposes our dead body. The cycle is a form of irony. Irony doesn't make sense. This poem doesn't make sense. Yet, our world only makes sense if we force it to. It's the variables that makes it senseless, and it's the variables that creates uncertainty. Uncertainty is a seed of doubt that sprouts in us and creates conflict, negative thoughts, like your impression to this poem. It is the variables that created us as individuals. We could always be a complete different version or a different person if an event in our life didn't happen or if we were born different. But we as individuals build up our society, combined with thousands of thoughts, thousands of minds. What if Einstein's parallel university theory were true? Should there be infinity of us in infinite universes? A complete different version created from a slight adjustment? Shall our existence be insignificant? Doesn't this idea frighten you, knowing how less we know and how tiny we are? So don't get too anxious from your grades from power school, or too worried about which university you go to. Only 27% of college grads have a job related to their major. Happiness is the inherent purpose of life. Just give your best at this very moment and be yourself but not some other. And stop panicking about the future. There's always a path if you create one. Then you'll live happily ever after. The topic of this poem is, don't judge a book by its cover, because you might understand happiness by the end of it. Thank you.